how I pick a business owner to work with. If you pick the wrong business owner, that deal will have a shelf life. And so in this video, I want to talk about some of the things that I look at when I'm picking a business owner. And I actually like to use the term partner more than I do business owner, because that's how you have to view this. So first and foremost, what you guys have to understand, if the business owner does not make money, they will eventually cancel. I've said this multiple times on my videos. I will continue to say this. At some point, they will eventually cancel, whether they're a huge company and it takes them a while to dig in and find out that there's no ROI, or they're a small company and they're pinching pennies and they recognize it really quick. Even if you deliver the leads that you promise, they will still cancel eventually if they do not make money. And so the reality is they have to be closing deals, they have to be making money, or they will cancel. And what always ends up happening inevitably is they will come back and say, hey, your leads aren't good. I'm just not closing jobs. I'm just not making money from the leads. And you're sitting there going, dude, I'm sending you way more leads than I even set the expectations for. So there's certain things, there's red flags that you will start to pick up on as you start to work with business owners. And these red flags will let you know, hey, this could be a problem. There's certain telltale signs that this business owner is going to be a good business owner to work with, and it's going to be a more long-term thing because of such and such things. So here's some of the things that I look for. Number one is that they are hungry to grow. And so a preliminary thing for me is if they are not already paying for HomeAdvisor, Angie's List, Google Ads, etc., I am most likely 99% chance I'm not even going to reach out. Now, is it possible to sell to somebody who is not currently paying for leads or paying for ads or paying for something like that? Of course it is. I've done it plenty of times and people do it all the time. However, the way I look at it is if I'm having to convince you in this day and age, it's 2023, if I have to convince you that you need to spend money on advertising to make money, I am fighting an uphill battle. And as soon as something comes, as soon as you have a slow month, you're going to be wanting to cancel and pull it. But if you're already used to spending money, if you're already familiar and comfortable with the idea of spending money on advertising, it's going to be a much easier sale and a much easier relationship. Okay. So they have to be hungry to grow. That's a big way to show it, or a big way for you to immediately know, hey, this person's hungry to grow. The second way is in their verbiage, in the way that they talk, and the way that they talk about the future, and in the way that they talk about how they want to expand and how they want to grow and how they want to build. If they're not talking about that, if they're talking about pinching pennies or just being good, or they're older or they want to get out of the business, I don't want to work with that person. If you're looking to transition out of the business, you're not going to be a good fit for me, because to build big business, guys, you need clients to stay with you and grow with you. And it only takes a couple of clients that stay with you and grow with you to have a massive business in this space. Okay? Second thing, guys, is you have to ask questions and get to know their needs. You have to figure out exactly what they're looking to do and exactly where you can add that value. And again, this comes back to, are they already paying for leads or are they not? Because if they don't think that they need you, if they don't think that they need something that they're not already doing, it's going to be a very, very tough battle that you're going to be fighting. And you're going to be trying to convince them of something that they don't already believe in. And that's not your job. Sales is not so much about convincing every single person that you meet to buy your product or service as it is finding the people that have the same thinking as you, that align with you and your goals. If they're right here and they want to go over here, that's amazing, right? But if your service, your leads are going to take them the opposite direction, that is not going to be a good fit. But if your service can get them closer to here, this point that they want to go, and those intersect, this is going to be a very easy conversation, and money is not going to be an issue. It's just going to be coming down to finding how to make it work. You have to realize it's not just about convincing people to give you money. When you get good at selling business owners, when you get good at sending a couple free leads, taking them through the sales process to the close, you will find that it is very easy to close. In fact, it's dangerously easy to close. And I say dangerously because you can virtually close anyone. You can make the numbers look however you want to make the numbers look without even lying. You may say, hey, if I get you, look at the numbers, look at the lead value calculator. If I can get you 50 leads, which I've done for this project, look at the amount of money you could make. And you're not lying. But the reality is this game is about keeping business owners with you and having them stay with you and grow with you. The lower the attrition, the quicker you can grow. And I heard somebody say this recently, but imagine that your business, let's say you start business today. Every dollar that you bring in, every recurring dollar, every deal, it's 500, 300, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever it is, every dollar that comes into your organization, it never leaves. It continues to be paid, every single dollar. And the only way it goes is up. The only thing that clients do is they they increase or they stay the same. They never go down. Do you know how quickly you could get to $100,000 a month? Do you know how fast you could get to $100,000 a month? For those of you that have been in the game for a while, think about how many times you've gotten that deal, whatever amount of money it was, and it lasted a few months, lasted 6 months, maybe it lasted a year, maybe it lasted 1 month, whatever the case is. And for whatever reason, whether because you set too high of expectations, leads slowed down, the business owner, went through something, whatever the case was, they had to go. And you had to go and replace them to get back to the point that you were at. Imagine those of you that have been in the game a while, where you would be today if you had never lost one single dollar. And every dollar you have this big cash making machine. Every dollar that comes into your organization stays in your organization. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine how much money I'd be making right now. And so guys, we have to realize it's not just about how many deals we close. It's about how many deals we keep and how much those deals grow with us. And a big part of this is, yes, expectations. Yes, making sure we're going into the right niches in the cities. That is crucial and it is key. But it is also very much about choosing and selecting the right partners. They are your partners. They are the ones that are going to grow with you. Guys, when I went from barely scraping by in 2019 to doing $100,000 a month in 8 months, I had no idea I was that close. In fact, I didn't even know we had hit it until a month or two after. I wasn't tracking it that closely. I was just blinders on, just going. And as I look back and as I've dissected that year, what happened and what really got us that big jump is we had some clients that started as $1,000 per month client, and they were hungry to grow. They were the right client. They knew there was going to be ups. They knew there was going to be downs. They were willing to spend money. They knew that this is just what it needed to take. It was going to take advertising dollars, and it was on them to close jobs, and our job was to provide leads, and theirs was to close jobs. And those clients swelled into $5,000, $10,000. I had a client that swelled into a $20,000 plus client per month on a flat fee. That, my friends, is the quickest, easiest way to get to $100,000 per month. You start doing deals. Doesn't mean that if the little guy, little Timmy or little Jerry or little Jack comes to you, you can't take it. But once you start doing deals, you're going to realize it's those 1, 2, 3 clients that are going to get you there like that. So make sure you take your time. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is say no to a deal that you know you could get because you know they're not a good fit. And once you get to that point, now we're talking. Now we're doing real business. And it's hard in the beginning because you need the money. You want the money. You're itching for the money. But you'll realize that sometimes you have to go a little bit slower to get to where you want to eventually get quicker. This is from experience. This is not from theory. This is my advice on how to pick your business owners, how to pick your clients, how to pick your tenants, how to pick your partners for your Rank and Rent digital real estate properties. I'm out.